First, I would like to thank you, Adam, colleagues, and for the listeners who survived and here to listen to us. I think I feel great responsibility in this project on our behalf, and I would say that it's really easy as an Israeli who live in Israel and have the management of the Museum for Islamic Art to understand this responsibility. In Israel actually it's a multicultural country, and some of the people in Israel are actually from here, and they're actually sharing the same tradition, same culture, and it's very important actually to empower them and to let them feel belong to here and to Israel. I think one of the most important things about museum is to tell a story, and to tell a good story, and to make it accurate. And the Museum for Islamic Art is a small museum. We have a good collection, but a small collection. And sometimes when we like to tell a story, you need to be creative, because you don't have, like rich museums, all the artifacts. You need to pick the perfect ones and to make a tailor-made of the story. I think that this story finally will attract people and bring people over here. And I do feel that there is kind of this rope, this connection, collaboration has two sides. I think it's great for Uzbekistan to have and to know about the collection that actually we have in the museum, but I think it's even more important for me to bring this culture to Israel and to make an exhibition there, because this absent, we need to feel it. We need that people of Israel will understand what this culture coming from. Let me tell you shortly about my story, my personal story. My parents came from Iran and Iraq, and when they came about 75 years ago, they were infant, and a house, they were not allowed to play music or they wanted to be Israeli like everyone else. Along the years, we lost our identity. When I was 22, I was traveling in this region, mostly in Turkey, and since I'm not allowed to go to Iraq and Iran, I found very interest in these traditions, in my roots, and I started asking questions, and I realized I have an absent, and this absent must be fulfilled with art, with culture. And since then, I'm encouraging every time to ask questions, to have exhibitions. I think we have a very, very important role in here and in our countries, not only to give and to show and present these beautiful artifacts, but to tell the story back there in our countries about what's happening in here and everywhere in the world. I think people of culture needs to unite and to go through art and culture. Artifacts has stories. These stories has flavors. The flavor is actually the culture that people wish to consume, and we need to fulfill their wishes. So that's my mission. That's how I feel, and that's my obligation. And I feel obligated to this mission, of course, on both sides, in here, but mainly on my side in Israel.